I am going to give an impartial review on these brushes that have come from Fuumi. I'm probably not saying that correctly. Anyway, they've sent me a lovely set of 8 sable brushes, and they always arrive very well packed. This is a very sturdy box. It was in a jiffy bag, so you can see how good that is. They also were wrapped in individual little cellophane tubes with their little caps on their brushes. So I have already rinsed the dressing off. By that I mean that they put a sort of like a glue on the brush to keep the bristles all nice together when they're in transit. So we've got 8 brushes. We have, let's just get those out the way. Right, we've got 5 round and 3 assorted flat. So let's put the flat out the way for now. Now, they're Kolinsky sables and they are nicely put together. Kolinsky sable is the Rolls-Royce or the Cadillac or whatever you want to call it of the brush world sable. It does depend a little bit on the quality though and how they are put together. Now these have a nice point. I've already given them a rinse off, as I said, and I did notice the odd bristle detached itself. So that's a question of you know, how they're put together here in the ferrule. Okay. But these are super. So let's have a look and see what we've got. I've got some blue here already in my palette, so let's just bit of a mucky palette, but I like to use what I've got. Okay, now you see, whenever I get a colour and I get it on my brush, I always roll my brush around, okay, to tidy up the bristles. Right, this is the 0. Now, if you look very closely, you can see, I don't know if I can zoom in much more on that. There's a little hair there. Just one. Or it might be a bit of fluff on, no, I just felt it. There it is, okay. So a little hair has just come loose. So just be mindful of that when you're using new brushes, because sometimes there will be the odd little one that pops out. Right, now that's lovely, very nice. What they have sent me, as well as this set of brushes, is also a super block of 300 gram cold pressed acid-free cotton. If you've never used a glued block before, if you look along the edge, you probably can't see it in this light, there's a little gap there. Okay, that's where you gain access to lifting your paint off. Oops, zoom you the wrong way. Okay, I'm just going to go to a block of colour. That's indigo, so that's a bit darker, you can see what I'm doing better. So let's just have another little go across there. Lovely, very nice. Press down. You see I don't have much water there, so let's add a bit more water. Press down and it spreads out quite nicely. So that's the 0. We then have, brushes rolling all over the place. This number 4, again, as you go into the colour, just tidy your bristles up. Oops, want a bit more. Yep, nice. They hold a lot of water. This is what you want with a watercolour brush. The belly of the brush, that's the biggest part there, is where the water, the liquid is contained. Then we've got a number 8. Gone back into the Prussian just to get some more, sorry, indigo, just to get some more colour. Now that has got a lovely point, because I often say to students, you don't need loads of brushes, because if you've got a bit more water, if you've got one with a good point, look at this, look, it's a number 8, and you've got a nice point on it, you see? So really, if you think about it, you only need a couple of really good brushes. Not that I'm dissuading you from not buying lots of brushes, of course. Always tidy your brushes up when you've finished with them. You want to protect those nice bristles. Look after your brushes and your brushes will look after you. Right, this is a number 12. That's a big brush. Let's see if this has got a nice point as well. Yeah, look, that's pretty fine. Now, can you see those bristles there? Yeah, there's one come loose there. So it takes a little while sort of to break your brushes in, so to speak. Let's rinse that off. And of course, they do eventually, when it's a natural fibre like this, they will shed to an extent because it's a natural substance. Roll it round, tidy it up. So this is number 14. This is a whopper. But look how fine that line is. And yet look at the spread. So another lovely brush. Now we come to the chisel or the flat brushes. I like using these for a variety of things. So I'm just going to wet the brush first, go in here. Now what I like and I find important with the chisel brush is that it comes to, as in the name chisel implies, you want it to come to a fine end point, look. So you can make interesting marks like that. Let's just come in a little bit more. Okay, so you can do, look, really fine lines because they've got these bristles all nicely firm together, and then you've still, a bit more water, got a nice broad, look how that spreads. This is what you're looking for. You can use a brush in so many different ways. You can tidy that up and get a narrower broad line. It just depends on it. You have to get used to your brushes. It really is. It's not simple. It's not sorry, that was the biggest one. That was the number 16. I do apologise. All right, this is the smaller one, so this is the number 8 actually. Yeah, nice. And because what I like to do, I like to use this technique for doing bark that flakes off trees. It really does give you a nice effect. So you can do all sorts of things with it. You can make palm leaves with it. Make the brushes work for you. If you've got some good brushes that make good marks, voila. And then finally we have the cat's tongue, which I have to be absolutely honest, I don't see the point of, but that's just me. Not every artist is the same. Let's see. Well, it makes some nice interesting marks actually. If you wanted to use it like that, or you could use it like that. Again, it's making quite a nice fine line, or you can use it like that. So all sorts of interesting things to do. So I would say that these are very lovely brushes, thank you. And it comes, as I say, as a kit. The 8 brushes and this pad of watercolour paper. Now they do free shipping, this company. The set is $36.29 I think, and I'm allowed to give you 20% off. So I hope you have enjoyed the video demonstration, and the coupon discount is in the description box below. Thank you very much.